Some days later, while playing game in her phone, Taeyang still didn't return home. Nowadays, he returned home lately, which Wan upset with him. After some time later, doorbell rang and maid opened the door. Taeyang walked inside the living room, found her playing game. Ignoring him totally, it's been 2 days he doesn't talk with him. He chuckled when she looked at him with the corner of her eyes. The young bird. Wine, your bird is angry. The young, my little bird, I'm sorry, I won't be late anymore, I promise, baby. Actually, every Friday they watch movie together, but last Friday Taeyang was late and waiting for him. She fell asleep, that's why she is angry with him. Taeyang, let's have dinner. I know my bird is hungry. Wine, yes, my tummy is screaming for food. Taeyang laughed and picked her up in his arms. She hugged him like a koala. Taeyang kissed her forehead. They went to the dining area for having their dinner. After having their dinner, they went upstairs to their room. Wine did her night routine and sitting in the bed like a baby waiting for Taeyang to come out from the bathroom. Soon he freshened up and did his night routine and come out from the bathroom, found his bird waiting for him with her long black hairs open. She took the comb and walked near her. He sat behind her and started combing her long black hairs. It's their almost daily routine. Soon he make her hairs in braids and kiss her cheek. Taeyang turned off the lights and they both laid down. He pulled the comforter over them. She looked at him while pouting. Taeyang chuckled because she wants kiss. It's a way of asking him to kiss her. Taeyang held her cheek and captured her lips with his. His hands traveled down to her waist and pulled her more closer while kissing her deeply. She kissed him back while clutching onto his shirt. They broke the kiss and Taeyang rubbed their noses together, which made Wine smile. Wine hugged him tightly, putting her head on his chest, almost lying over him. And it's not new for Taeyang. He already got used to it. He kissed on her forehead and hugged her, then they both fall asleep. 1 year later, Wine talking with Josh baby, who is 2 years old. She likes his daughter so much. Taeyang allowed Josh to bring his daughter to Wine. Wine, baby, come here. Nami ran to her and hugged Wine tightly. Nami, I love you, auntie. Wine, I love you too. They were playing and after some time later Taeyang and Josh walked inside the living room. Nami get down from Wine's lap and ran to Josh. Nami, Appa. Wine's face became sad cause Josh is here to take Nami back. Taeyang sighed seeing her sad face. Taeyang looked at Nami and kissed her head. Nami smiled at him, which he smiled back at her. Nami, bye auntie. Wine, bye. Josh and Nami left from there. Taeyang walked near her and sat beside her, but she was looking outside through the window watching Nami and Josh leaving. Taeyang, bird, look at me. She pouted and wiped her little tears. Taeyang kissed her forehead. Taeyang, don't be sad, my love. She will come here again. Wine, why we have no baby? I think God don't like us. That's why God isn't giving us baby. Let's buy baby from hospital. Taeyang, shh, don't cry, bird. He wiped her tears and hugged her. Actually, Taeyang was giving her birth controller pills, which Wine don't understand what is birth control pills. Taeyang doesn't want to have a child cause she herself a baby. How come she will be able to take care of a baby? It's not like Taeyang doesn't like kids, he loves kids, but he is afraid to have a baby because of Wine. He talked with the doctor, her mental illness could be cured if she became like this by any accident, but she is like this from her birth. God make her like this. There is nothing doctor can do or anyone. Time skip at night. Wine is sitting in the bed and looking at the watch continuously. Taeyang was talking on a phone with someone. It's 11:55 p.m. Taeyang cut the call and sat beside her. Taeyang knows for what she is waiting but pretending like he don't know. Taeyang, what my little bird is thinking? Why, nothing. She again secretly looked at the clock like a kid. Think wants to smile, but he controlled his smile. Soon she jumped on him, hugged him tightly when it's wine. Happy 1 year anniversary, my day. Taeyang, happy anniversary, my love. If he wanted, he can wish her first, but all he wants is her happiness. She playfully hit his shoulder while saying, Wine, see, I'm the first one who wished first. Taeyang just smiled and picked her lips. Taeyang, I love you so much, my little bird. My heart, my endless love, my life. Wine, no. I love you more. I love you more than you. She is behaving like a kid, which makes Taeyang chuckle. Taeyang, fine, my bird. You love me more than I love you. Now happy? Wine. Next day, Wine sitting in the chair and Laura drying her hair. Wine giggled like a baby while looking at the dress which Taeyang gifted her. Wine, that dress is beautiful, isn't it, Laura? Laura, yes, very beautiful, and it will look more beautiful on you. Laura did her light makeup touch. Wine wore her dress and Laura combed her long black hair softly. Wine continuously looking in the mirror while smiling like a baby. Laura, you're looking so beautiful. Wine, thank you, Laura. Wine opened the cupboard and handed Laura a chocolate which made Laura smile. Taeyang was waiting for Wine in the living room while talking with Josh. They heard heels clicking sound. Taeyang looked at the stairs and got lost into her while she is brightly smiling. Taeyang gestured Josh to leave and Josh left from there. Wine stood in front of him and moving left to right her body like a little kid. Wine, how am I looking? She asked like a baby while sewing her dress like a doll and Taeyang just watching her. Wine stopped smiling and looked at him with a pout. Wine, am I not looking good? Taeyang held her hand and pulled her closer. Taeyang, you are looking like a living angel, my bird. I can't take my eyes off from you, my beautiful bird. Wine smiled and kissed his cheek like a baby. Wine, thank you. Taeyang chuckled and pat her head, then they left outside of the house. Time skip. Taeyang booked a private restaurant for them. They enter inside the restaurant while Wine holding his arm like a little baby. Soon restaurant staff manager greeted them politely. Wine smiled at them. Taeyang and Wine sat on the chairs. Restaurant staffs start to bring dishes on their table. Wine's eyes light up seeing her all favorite foods, which make Taeyang smile. Without saying anything, Wine started eating like a little kid. Taeyang smiled and kissed her cheek. Taeyang, eat slowly. It's all yours, bird. Wine. Taeyang smiled and also started having his dinner. After having their dinner, Taeyang held her hand and kissed the back of her hand. Taeyang, let's go. Wine nodded her head and they left from there. Time skip. Taeyang gestured Wine to walk forward. Wine is super happy seeing the rose petals in her feet. She excitedly started walking inside the room while Taeyang following her behind. They enter inside the room and Wine happily clapping her hands seeing the little tent. Then she looked around the room. It's decorated very beautifully. Wine, we are going to stay here tonight? Taeyang, yes, my little bird. Wine ran inside the tent and sat down there. Taeyang took off his coat and joined her inside the tent. He sat beside her and pulled her closer by holding her waist. Taeyang, do you like it, my little bird? Wine, yes, very much. The young held her hand and placed a wet kiss on the back of her hand. He bring out something from his pant pocket and it's a beautiful green emerald gold necklace. He put it around her neck and kissed on her neck. The young, do you like it, my bird? Wine, it's so beautiful. Thank you, my tete. The young smiled and showed her chocolates which make her happily smile. She happily started eating the chocolate like a baby. She looked at the young, found him looking at her. She offered him her chocolates. The young took a bite from the chocolate while looking at her. She smiled and again started eating her chocolate, but the young suddenly held her hand, which was holding chocolate. Wine looked at him confusedly, but before she could say anything, the young captured her lips. Kissing her hungrily, chocolate fell down from her hand and she kissed him back. He held the back of her neck, kissing her deeply, devouring her lips. Her lips hungrily making her into the. He broke the and kissed her whole face and Wine closed her eyes. He took her in his arms and came out from the tent, then started walking towards the bed. He made her sit on the bed and bent down at her feet. He slowly took off her heels and her ankles. She gripped the bedsheet tightly. The young looked at her and stood up. Wine shyly yet cutely looked away from him, which made the young chuckle. She knows what they are gonna do. He kissed on her forehead and slowly pulled down the zipper of her dress from behind. Soon her dress fell down on the floor. The young took off his shirt and it's also joined with her dress on the floor. He pulled her into it and pushing her down in the bed, he pushed her mouth. His hands went behind her back and unclipped her and threw it on the floor. His lips went down to her, giving open mouth, her skin leaving reddish mark. He her cheekbone to ear while squeezing her, making her unroll her eyes back. She gripped onto his shoulder. The young licks her ear and tracing his jelly down to her shoulder, her shoulder blade and going down, giving open mouth on her chest and heart. He the flesh of her and softly leaving his bite mark on her. He her both and took one his. She arched her back and softly his name, Wine Tay. He is devouring her twins while making humming sound, his hands caressing her bare legs up and down, making her whole body shiver. She ran her fingers inside his hairs. The young left her after being satisfied and giving on her belly. He rolled his around her navel and then hurriedly he is her waistband while pulling down her. He parted her and started giving open in her thighs. He, her, and licking, making her cleansing the bedsheet tightly and whimpering his name softly. His head between her and devouring her, eating, making both of them crazy for each other's needs. After some time later, he hovered over her and pulled her into a he get rid of his and slowly pushed her, which made her broke the and hug him tightly. He started to deeply. He intertwined their fingers well, roughly making her cry out due to he her ear and her earlobe while softly growing in her ear. She wrapped her both legs around his waist and hugged him more tightly, their body dancing with the rhythm of his. He is moving very roughly, losing his control. Wine, the young licks her tears and her lips. Soon they both, his body resting top of her. Both of them catching their breath, Wine slowly pushed his body down beside her cause he is heavy for her. The young pulled her closer and on her forehead. Taeyang, I love you, my little bird. Wine. You know already I love you more. Taeyang, yes. Taeyang sat up and also made her sat on his lap. She held onto his shoulder and closed her eyes when he pushed her. She hugged his neck tightly and dug her face in the cork of his neck. He started to guiding her hip, but innocent Wine, she doesn't know anything. He pushed her back in the bed and started to while sitting. Wine held his hand, which holding her waist. He felt peace seeing her face. He bent down and took her inside his while moving down there. Their night continued like this, making love. 1 month later, Wine was sitting in the sofa while reading a book. She is feeling sick from the morning. Suddenly, she felt like throw up. She put the book down on the sofa and ran inside the kitchen. She ran inside the kitchen and started throwing up in the basin. Azuma got worried and she softly pats her back while Wine throwing up. After some time later, she washed her face and looked at Azuma weakly. She was about to say something, but before she could, she collapsed down on the floor. Azuma, Wine. She knelt down and put her head on her lap and shouted for Laura. Azuma, Laura. Laura ran inside the kitchen and got word seeing Wine unconscious. Azuma called Taeyang. Laura nodded her head and went to call Taeyang. Time skipped. Taeyang dashed into the room worriedly. When he got call from Laura, he didn't waste any time, directly came here leaving everything behind. He saw Wine lying in the bed and doctor giving her medicine. She is looking so weak. Wine, you came. Wine smiled weakly while looking at Taeyang. He walked near the bed and sat beside her, then hugged her, holding her head on his chest. He kissed her head and kissed her head. He looked at the doctor. Doctor, take extra care of her. She is 1 week pregnant. She is weak. It's not good for the baby. Everyone got shocked and Taeyang happily looked down at Wine, found her totally shocked. She looked at the doctor. Wine, I'm pregnant. Am I really pregnant? She asked like a baby. Doctor, yes. Wine looked at Taeyang and hugged him tightly. Wine, look Taeyang, God gave us a baby. Taeyang hugged her back and kissed her head. Taeyang, yes, my little bird. She broke the hug and looked at the doctor again. Wine, baby is inside me. Then why baby isn't coming out? Doctor, you have to wait 9 months to grow up the baby inside you. Then baby will come out in the right time. Wine pouted and looked at Taeyang. He chuckled seeing her pouty face. He again hugged her and everyone smiled and left outside of their room. Taeyang stopped giving her birth controller pills long ago. Taeyang, you have to be extra careful. You can't jump and run around the house like before, Bert. Wine nodded her head like a baby and Taeyang again kissed her head. Taeyang, no unhealthy food, only healthy food from now on, okay? Wine, okay. Taeyang, that's my good girl.